Okay, before I continue to question 7, is there anything still confusing from the question 1 until question 6? Is there anything confusing? Hello? Is there anything confusing from the question 1 until question 6? No? Okay. If nothing is confusing, then I will continue to question 7. For the question 7, the numbers in the box are identical in value. Identical in value, it means all of them are having same value. Like 2 to the power of 12, it will be equals to 4096. 4 to the power of 6, it will be also equals to 4096. 16 to the power of 3, it will be equals to 4096. 64 to the power of 2 also will be equals to 4096. So for the question 7, we have to find the square root of 4096. When we are going to find the square root, it will be better if we find the square number. So among this number, the square number is the 64 to the power of 2. So later to find the answer, we just do square root of 64 to the power of 2. Because it will be so very big number if you find the square root of 4096. And then the square root and also the power of 2 will cancelling each other. So now the leftover one will be only number 64. That's why the answer for 7A is 64. For the 7B, it says cube root. Because it is cube root, it will be better if we take the cube number. So I will take the cube root of 16 to the power of 3. Like this, and then the cube root and then the to the power of 3, they will be canceling each other again. So later we can just cancel this and also this. So the leftover one will be only number 16. That's why the result it will be 16. Is there anyone who get confused? Is there anyone who get confused? No? Okay. Yes, I think most of you are having like internet trouble. It took like 5 minutes for me to start the class. Yeah, I think there is an internet trouble for today. I don't know also. I hope that your friends will be able to join our class soon. So for the question 8, oh, is there anyone have confusion until number 7? Is there anyone who get any confusion? No? Okay. If no one get no confusion, I will move to question 8. For the question 8, find the value of square root 121. It says value without letter S. So it means the answer we will take the positive answer. Because sometimes for the square root of 121, the answer it can be 11 and negative 11. But since the question asking find the value without letter S, we will take the positive number only. So square root of 121, it will be 11. Square root of 289, it will be 17. Square root of 400, it will be 20. And then square root of 1, it will be equals to 1. Is there anyone who get confused? Or maybe I talk too fast or something? Is there anyone who get confused? Is there anyone? No? If no one get confused, I will continue to the next question. Feel free to ask if you have any confusion. Do not stay quiet. It's always okay for me if you want to interrupt me to ask any question rather than you stay quiet. Okay, I will continue to question 9 if you have no confusion. For the question 9, find the value of cube root of 8. So to find the cube root, it will be better if you make a list for all of the cube number. The cube number start from the 1 cube until 10 cube. So later we will know that the cube root of 8 will be equals to 2. Because 2 to the power of 3 is equals to 8. Cube root of 125, it will be equals to 5. Because 5 to the power of 3 is equals to 125. Cube root of 27 will be equals to 3 and cube root of 1000 will be equals to 10. Is there anyone who get confused at question 9? Is there anyone? No? Okay, if no one get no confusion, I will move to question 10. For the question 10, 11 to the power of 3 is equals to 1331. Use this fact to work out the 11 to the power of 4. From the 11 to the power of 3 to get 11 to the power of 4, we need to multiply it by another 11. That's why to find the 11 to the power of 4, you can just do a multiplication. 1331 you multiplied by 11. Later, the result it will be equals to 14,641. And then for the cube root of 1331, the answer is equals to 11 because 11 to the power of 3 is equals to 1331. Is there anyone who get confused? Is there anyone who get confused? No? Okay, if no one get confused, I will continue to the question 11. For the question 11, explain why Alicia is correct. The square root of 25 could be less than the square root of 16. Square root of 25, there will be two possible values for square root of 25. It can be positive 25 or negative 25. That's why in here, if I take the square root of 25 as negative 5, so it means negative 5, it will be less than negative 4. It's also less than 4. That's why the square root of 25 could be less than the square root of 16. Is there anyone who get confused or maybe I talk too fast? Is there anyone who get confused? Is there anyone who get confused? No? Okay. No one get confused? Feel free. So yes, the answer it will be equals to 2.5. Negative 12 plus 14.5. The answer it will be equals to 2.5. For the question B, how many it will be? Negative 5 minus 12. Yes, it will be negative 17. For the question C, how many it will be? For the question C, minus and negative, we can combine all them together, become plus. So how many it will be? 3.7 plus 8.3. Yes, it will be equals to 12. Thank you. And then now for negative 3 times 4 divided by negative 2, how many it will be? We can do from the very first. So we do negative 12. After negative 12, we have it. We divide it by negative 2. Negative 12 divided by negative 2, the answer will be equals to 6. Is there anyone who get confused or maybe I talk too fast? No confusion, right? Okay, I hope you have no confusion. Yeah, this is 5.1 plus negative 3.1. Plus and minus, we can directly do subtraction. So it will be 5.1 minus 3.4. 5.1 minus 3.4. The answer it will be equals to 1.7. That's correct. And then for this one, 5.1. 5.1 plus it with 2, the answer it will be equals to how many? 7.1, yeah. If later you think you got different answer or maybe I make a typo, please let me know. For this number, negative 3.4 plus by how many to get negative 4.7? So you can just do subtraction. So you can do like negative 4.7 minus negative 3.4. How many it will be if I have negative 4.7 minus negative 3.4. Minus and negative, we can combine it as addition. So I will have it like negative 4.7 plus 3.4. So it will be equals to negative 1.3. Is there anyone who get confused or maybe I talk too fast? or maybe my voice is laggy. Okay. Okay, if you are not asking any questions, so I think all of you have no problem. Feel free to ask if you have any problem. I'll continue to the last one. The last one we can read it as 2 plus it with negative 1.3. 2 plus negative 1.3. Positive and negative, we can combine it with become negative. So we can just have it 2 minus 1.3, which is equals to 0.7. Is there anyone who get confused? Is there anyone who get confused, or maybe I talk too fast? Is there anyone who get confused? Feel free to ask if you have any confusion. Okay, which part that you are getting confused? In the very first one, the 1.7, do you have any confusion? Okay, I will ask it because I need to know. Okay, maybe it will be better if I start discussing it all. So this is the table is addition table. If addition table, so we have to do addition. Like for the first column, we have it like 5.1 plus with negative 3.4, because this is plus and minus, we can combine it all together. So maybe I need to write it with 5.1 plus negative 3.4. The positive and negative, when they are together like that, we can just simplify it, become negative. So we will have it like 5.1 minus 3.4. So now 5.1 minus 3.4, if you have confusion, I will write it in a table. Wait. So this is 5.1. I hope the decimal clear enough. 3.4. When we subtract them, 1 cannot be subtracted by 4, so I will borrow from 5. The 5, it will be only 4, and then the 1, now it will be become 11. So now I will read it as 11 minus 4, which is equals to 7. There is a decimal in here, I put decimal. 4 minus 3, it will be equals to 1. That's why the answer for the very first column, the answer is 1.7. Is there anyone who get confused or still do not get it? Let me know. Please let me know if you have any confusion. Okay, if this part you have no confusion, I will move to the next part. To the next part, we have the 5.1 plus 2. So maybe I will write it 5.1 plus 2. If there is no decimal place the number 2, it will be 2.0. Like this. 2 is equals to 2.0, or you can just write it as 2. If I do addition, 1 plus 0, it will be equals to 1. 5 plus 2, it will be equals to 7. That's why the answer in here is 7.1. Is there anyone who get confused until here? Before I move to the next one. On my internet gone also. Is there anyone have confusion? No? If you have no confusion, I will move to the next column or next, yeah, wait. Okay. So the next part in here, if you get confused, wait, let me clean up this one first. Okay, if you have no confusion for to get the negative 1.3, I can do the negative 3.4. I need to add by something. I need to add by something, and then the result has to be equals to negative 4.7. What number ya that I need to use? So to make it easier, you can just move the, okay, yeah. So if you get confused with the decimal number, so maybe this is will be easier. 5 plus with how many ya? It will be equals to 7. The answer will be 2, right? How to get 2? 2 in here, I will get it from 7 minus 5, right? And then now this is also the same thing. So to get the question mark, the number in here, I can just do negative 4.7. The negative 4.7, I have to minus it with negative 3.4. Oopsie. Yeah. Is it visible, the number 4, or it is being cut it? Is it visible, the 3.4? Okay. So now, if we already have this number, the negative and minus, when they are combined all together, we can simplify it, become addition. So I will read it as negative 4.7 plus with 3.4. In here, wait, sorry. So it will be equals to negative 4.7. We plus it by 3.4. When we plus it by 3.4, so the answer it will be equals to negative 1.3, right? Is there anyone who get confused still? If no one get confused, I will move to the next table in here. So from here, we have the number in here, negative 1.3 and also number 2. This is the table is addition table. So I will just do 2 plus with negative 1.3. 2 plus negative 1.3, the answer will be 0.7. Is there anyone who get confused, or maybe I'll talk too fast? Feel free to ask if you have any confusion. If no one asks me any question, then I will continue to question 3. Okay, I will continue to question 3. 5.1 times with negative 3. So we can just do 5 times 1. The negative, we can ignore it first. We can do multiplication like this. So 1 times 3, it will be equals to 3. 5 times 3, it will be equals to 15. And then since the question is having one decimal place, so the answer will be 15.3. Is there anyone who get confused, or maybe I talk too fast? Let me know if you think I talk too fast, or maybe my voice is not audible enough, because I think some of you and myself also have like internet trouble. So if you think my voice is not audible enough, feel free to text me through the chat box, or you can unmute yourself. I'm reading the chat box, so if you have any confusion, please let me know. Okay. If no one asks me any question, I will move to the next one. So the next one, we have 5.1 times with 0.6. So it's also the, oh sorry, this is the positive and negative. Positive times negative, the answer will be negative, right? So the answer is not 15.3, but negative 15.3. Yeah, this is the 5.1 is positive, the 3 is negative, positive times negative, the answer will be negative. Is there anyone who get confused or still do not understand? If you have any confusion, feel free to ask. Okay, if you have no confusion, I will move to the next column. For the 5.1 times with negative 0.6. So I will write it times with 0.6. The negative sign, you can ignore it first. So we will multiply it. 1 times 6, it will be equals to 6. 5 times 6, it will be equals to 30. And then 0 times 1, it will be 0. 0 times 5, it's also 0. So when I plus them, it will be equals to 306. After we got 306, this is not enough yet. You can see this is one decimal place. This is also one decimal place. So 1 plus 1, in total, it will be having 2 decimal place. Because it is having 2 decimal place, we count it start from the back. 1, 2. So the answer, it will be 3.06. But see, this is the 5.1 is positive, 0.6 is negative. So the answer, it will be in negative. So the answer will be negative 3.06. 0.06. Is there anyone who get confused, or maybe I talk too fast? Is there anyone who get confused? No? Okay. If no one have no confusion, I will move to the next question in here. This number I already have it as 1.8. So I have this is the number 0.6. The negative 0.6 I have to multiply by what number to get 1.8? This is negative and the answer is positive. So it's supposed to be multiplied by negative number. So the answer will be negative 3. Because the negative times negative, the answer is positive. If I only write it as 3, later 3 times negative 0.6, the answer is negative 1.8. But the table in here, it is a positive number. That's why the number at this place, it will be negative 3. Not only 3, but negative 3. So the next table, we can read it as negative 3 times negative 3, it will be equals to 9. Okay, is there anyone who have confusion or still do not understand, or maybe I talk too fast or my voice not audible due to the internet trouble? Let me know if you have any confusion. If you have no confusion, I will move to the next question. Is there anyone have confusion? No? Or have? Okay. Okay, if you have no confusion, I will move to the next question. Please feel free to ask whenever you have any confusion. Do not stay quiet. I will not get mad if you keep on asking any question. It will be better for me if you ask me any question. So I will really understand if you are having confusion or not. Now these numbers, we only have like 3 minutes left. So I will directly discuss it, yeah. This is P minus Q. We just have to replace all the letter in here with all the letter in here with the number given. So the P is equals to negative 4.5. So I will write it negative 4.5. Negative 4.5 minus with the Q. The Q is 5.5. So I will write it as 5.5 directly. So this is the answer. It will be equals to 9.0. Sorry, 10. Negative 10. Right? Is there anyone who get confused? Okay, if no one get confused, for the question B, so do the same thing. P plus Q, so the P is negative 4. I will write it negative 4.5 plus Q. The Q is 5.5. Close bracket, and then multiplied with the negative 7.5. If we have addition, bracket, and multiplication, remember the bit mass. Using the bit mass, the bracket will come first, right? So we need to simplify all the calculation inside the bracket. The calculation inside the bracket is addition. So I need to finish the addition first. Negative 4.5 plus 5.5. The answer, it will be equals to 1. And then 1 times negative 7.5, the answer will be equals to negative 7.5. Is there anyone who get confused, or maybe I talk too fast? Let me know if you think I talk too fast. If you have no confusion, I will move to the question C. For the question C, R minus Q times Q minus P. So just replace everything. The R is negative 7.5. Minus Q, the Q is 5.5, close bracket, multiply, open bracket, the Q is 5.5, minus the P is negative 4.5. Do not forget to write the negative, otherwise later you will be having a different answer. So because we have bracket, multiplication, subtraction, based on bit mass, we have to simplify all the bracket first. So we will simplify the negative 7.5 minus 5.5. The answer, it will be equals to negative 13, right? And then negative 13 times 5.5 minus negative 4.5. The answer, it will be equals to 10 because minus and negative, we can combine it as plus. So we read it as 5.5 plus 4.5. The answer is 10. So we only have negative 13 times 10, which is equals to negative 130. Is there anyone who get confused, or maybe I talk too fast? Let me know. No? Or have any question? Okay. If you have no question, it's already 9:45. I think that's all for today's class. Later after the class finish, I will reshare the question through the Google Classroom. Please kindly finish all the revision that I give. Later when the revision already done, been discussed together, we will be having the chapter-wise test for only chapter 1. Okay? Is there anyone have any question before I end up the class?